Hi there, Charles with Filter Coffee and Tea, and today we are brewing with the Kalita Wave. These things are great because their 3-hole bottom design means that the flow rate is really mitigated by the brewer itself, which means that how well you pour isn't as big of a factor. So, to start with, we are going to put one of our paper filters in here. Before we start brewing, just like with any paper filter brewing method, it's important to wash the filter with some water, make sure we don't get any papery taste in our coffee. A nice rinse. Once that's drained, we'll just take the dripper off here, give it a little bit of a shake, and then we can use that water to kind of pre-warm our carafe as well as our cup. I'm going to be using 25 grams of coffee. You want that to be ground to about a table salt consistency. Pop that in our filter here. It's good to make sure that you kind of evenly distribute the coffee when you're pouring it, and then additionally giving it a little bit of a shake to kind of level out the bed of grounds is really helpful. Make sure that it's a nice even extraction. So now we will tare our scale and we will start pouring. First, we're going to do a approximately 30 grams of water bloom for the coffee. We'll let that rest for about 30 seconds. Start the timer right as you start pouring, and then pour just enough to saturate all the grounds. This lets some of the CO2 that's trapped in the grounds kind of off gas, make sure that we get an even extraction out of the coffee. Just let that go for about 30 seconds. All right, so now that we're done with the bloom, we're going to start pouring water in a nice circular motion over the grounds in approximately 60-gram increments. It's not super important how large your increments are, but just making sure that each time you pour, you want to be getting about the same high water mark each time. Just make sure that all the grounds get an even amount of water over the course of brewing. So we're going to keep pouring until we get to right around 375 grams, just about there. Once we get to 375 grams, we will just stop pouring, let the rest of the coffee drain out. We want it to finish draining right around the somewhere between 3 and 4 minute mark. Usually a little closer to 3 is what I prefer. If there's a little bit of water left in the dripper after you hit that mark, don't worry too much about it. Just remove it. It's better to remove the dripper first, have a less over-extracted coffee dripping into your pot. So let this finish up right now. All right, so the last drops are just dripping now. Go ahead and take that off. Looks like we're just at the 4 minute mark. Set the dripper down over here. And go ahead and pour myself a cup of coffee. And that's how you brew with the Kalita Wave. Enjoy.